Yes, sir.
yourself? I didn't get it. From where are you?
Sir, I am Dr. Gajanan Devidas Sakhre. I am from Team Bryota Technologies, Pune.
Ryota.
And we are presenting our project. Yes, sir. And we are presenting our project SAVE.
Safe.
SAVE, S-A-V-E.
Project Save. Okay.
Sir, I have shared my screen, just reconfirming that you can see the
No,
presentation.
no, we cannot see. Kindly reshare it.
Sir, 1 second. Sir, is this visible now?
Yeah, now it's coming.
So once you confirm that screen is shared, I can start
Yeah,
with the
it is
presentation.
shared. You can go ahead.
It is shared. All right.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Very good morning to all. I'll just give a brief about what our company is, what we are doing, and then I'll talk about this project SAVE. So we are a healthcare startup based in Pune. We also have our presence in Denmark, but we primarily work on respiratory diseases. So before COVID, we were completely focused on asthma and COPD, that is chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder. Okay. And sir, our mission statement before COVID was democratizing lung health monitoring in India and reach out to over 1 million people by year 2025. So this is our technology which we were using before COVID. And like I said, the emphasis was on diagnosing a lung health condition such as asthma or COPD. So we have built India's first import substitute spirometer, a IoT connected spirometer completely in India. We also have a smart inhaler. We have few mobile apps and a AI powered dashboard, as well as a system which actually diagnoses asthma as well as done certain predictions. Okay. So that was our system before COVID we were using. And as you know, in COVID, there is a huge issue related to respiratory ailments, or it's connected with lungs. So we thought, can we use our technology for COVID specifically? So now we'll talk about this project SAVE, which is a full form of Screening Assisted Virtually Early. And we have done two projects so far, one with BMC or MCGM Mumbai and with Hindalco Corporation. So I'll explain about those two projects and why we have applied for this Coach Award. Okay. Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. So sir, like I said, the SAVE project is specifically done for MCGM, Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation. So they had a situation for Ward L, which is the Chunabhatti area, and they wanted to do a fast screening. They also wanted to do remote monitoring, and the death rates were increasing significantly. So they wanted to see if technology could be used. Previously, before we came into picture, ASHA health workers were going door to door. They were collecting data such as temperature and SpO2, and they were reporting their data collected to the health officers, and they were doing the further processing, right? So what we did, we devised a system which was primarily based on virtual screening, virtual monitoring, as well as during, as well as post COVID-19 management, right? So far we have done two successful pilots, one with MCGM where we screened 10,000 people within a short span of 10 days. We have also currently screened Hindalco employees. So we have done screening for 4,000 people in 4 sites, again in a short span of over a week. We are currently in discussions with Hindalco to do it across their different sites where they are operational and they are seeing an increase in COVID-19. Okay. We have also done a clinical trial. Currently, it's in progress at Symbiosis Hospital in Pune, where we are doing clinical trial on COVID-19 patients as well as on COVID-19 cured patients using our technology. And the overall rehabilitation program currently is being used by 50 plus doctors for their patients. Right? So, sir, this system has 4 different components. One is a local NGO, because there is somebody required to do the field survey or field screening. There is a tech platform which Bryota has built. We have a system of NEHA coaches. NEHA stands for Nurse Educator and Health Assistant. So these are nurses as well as doctors. And we also have a doctors team, which is typically MBBS, MD doctors. Right? So how does it work? So volunteers screen population using a mobile app, and I'll show you how the mobile app works. We have an AI-based system where we have fed in data for over 50,000 people, and it does a stratification based on some algorithm in categories A, B, C. And then this category A, B, C patients are consulted by nurses and doctors. Sir, is there a question or should I go ahead?
Go ahead.
Okay. So after the stratification, there is a small WhatsApp video call done. Patient doesn't need any mobile app. He just needs a WhatsApp number or a normal phone audio call. And based on that consultation, doctors further stratify them into category D or category E. This category D and category E patients are then stratified, which requires either quarantine or they require some health facility. We also have a system, if a person is detected with COVID-19, how do we do the management and rehabilitation fully virtually? Okay. So sir, talking about the USPs of the system, it's a rapid mass screening thing. We are helping the government health agencies. So we are going to them only for the patients who are categorized into category E or require a hospitalization. It's an early detection, early warning, and early intervention, which means reduced fatality rate. Because sir, as you all are aware, the deaths are not due to COVID-19, but
बैकग्राउंड कौन बोल रहे हैं?
Sir, may I request all to be on mute if you're not talking? Thank you. Sir, as I was mentioning, now all of us know that COVID-19 is a very mild infection, but people are dying either because of a shock or because of not getting the medical treatment in time. So we wanted to do something very early and help in early intervention. So it's not the problem of ICU beds are not available, but predicting how many ICU beds would need on a particular day is a problem. So we have built heat maps. We have built a technology where we can give heat maps according to a particular area, where we can predict how many ICU beds are needed, how many people would need oxygen, how many people would need hospitalization. We are using our own devices, sir. So we use a spirometer device. This is an import substitute. As I said, India's first spirometer, IoT-enabled spirometer, which we built in India. So our manufacturing cost is rupees 5,500. Right now in Pune, we are doing mass manufacturing. Our cost is 5,500. But if you look at any comparable device which gives similar report, that device is sold at rupees 60,000 in the market. We believe that the most important USP or system is it's an end-to-end process. So it doesn't stop only at screening, but it provides management as well as post-COVID, because there is a data, sir, more than 40% people are suffering with fibrosis post-COVID. And that's going to create an enormous burden on our healthcare infrastructure. So we get into rehabilitation as well, again using virtual system, again using the technology that we have built. So the screening part that we did for MCGM or we did for Hindalco, the end-to-end screening and consultation, including nurse consultation, doctor consultation, the entire process is costing rupees 25 to rupees 50 per person. So this is, probably 1/10 of a cost that one needs to spend probably on just the COVID-19 screening. Okay. Like I said, while we use AI, IoT as a complex technology, we have spent more than 2 years in building that. But when it comes to the end user, the common people, we are using a very simple technology. We purely rely on WhatsApp or a phone call, and everything happens behind the scene. There is no need for a patient to download any particular app, right? So these are some of the pictures of the actual screening that was done through volunteers from MCGM as well as some other areas. As you can see, the mobile app is available in all the languages, all the Indian languages, the app is available. This is our system. This is some live pictures of the doctors and nurses consulting. They use laptop, they use phone. Around we have a dashboard where we are giving this data to the government as well. So this is how the flow works. I'll not go through all the details, but at every level we have some processes in place which makes sure that the entire screening, right from entering the data to stratifying the patient, is completed within 20 minutes. And it's not that one person is sitting there for 20 minutes, but it's like goes from one place to other place and then entire screening is completed in 20 minutes. That's where we are able to do more than 2,000 screens a day, even with a limited staff that we have. Sir, as I said, beyond monitoring and screening, we also do a continuous management part. So these are the devices that we are providing, out of which spirometer is our own device. Rest of the devices are taken from the market, or maybe patients will have it. We also have these heat maps based on location. So when we are collecting the data, the location is collected and we are able to give some meaningful information based on location. Okay. So this is details about our device. So like I said, this is not something built during COVID. It was built for last 2 years. We got the CDSCO approval and we were offering it to asthma patients. Now we are using it as a monitoring tool for COVID patients. These are some of the screenshots of our app. Like I said, it's available in various languages and it is done in a way where ASHA worker or a non-healthcare worker can fill in the data. So it's more picturesque and it's very simple for a non-health person to enter data into it, right? So this is what we are now doing as a post-COVID thing. We have launched a 3-month lung health improvement program. So sir, as you might be aware, there are only 5,000 pulmonologists or chest physicians in India. And whereas there are more than 30 crore people who suffer from some ailment related to respiratory. So we have a system where we are involving respiratory pulmonologists or chest physicians on our virtual platform. They are available for consultation. There is a respiratory therapist, physiotherapist, yoga expert, and this system is provided as a 3-month process for improving the overall lung health. Okay. So in terms of our execution partners, we work with government agencies. So municipal corporation is one. Health departments, we are trying to work with government of Maharashtra and trying to give them a solution for Pune and Mumbai especially. NGO partners, we have worked with ASHA workers, local NGOs like Nehru Yuva Kendra, self-help groups. On technology and management, it's Bryota team completely involved, and there is a company called Zintio which has a mission called India 2020. So they are also supporting us in terms of doing project management. And we have an expanded Neha Coach doctor network. So there's a company called Karma Healthcare. There are local doctor groups. There are retired doctors made available to us through IMA. So since they can work from home and they don't need to see a patient in person, they are working with us. So like I said, the system is currently relaunched because of the COVID situation, but we are working on an aggressive feature roadmap. So we are working with government agencies. Sir, BIRAC has given us a grant to enhance the machine learning algorithm, because previously the data we had only for asthma patients, but now sir, we are getting data for COVID-19 patients. So high risk individuals and COVID-19 patients, BIRAC has given us a grant now, which we are working on improving our software. Technology Development Boards, a TDB Board of India, Government of India, have given us a loan approval to do a mass scale production. We are a small startup, but we were able to get partnership with a large manufacturing company in Pune, and through them we are doing our mass scale production now. We are working with AIIMS and Symbiosis Respiratory Hospital to make sure that our theory that COVID can be predicted, the complications can be predicted at least, and the death rates could be reduced. So we are doing clinical trials with AIIMS and Symbiosis Respiratory Hospital. We are talking to at least 3 large corporates to do a CSR initiative where the entire technology, including our devices, could be given to COVID warriors as part of their CSR initiative. So police, healthcare staff. Currently, we are serving some of the doctors in Pune, actually doctors who unfortunately got COVID-19 or their families. So we are serving them, but we want to make it large impact through CSR partnership. But we are a private company, sir. We are a startup, so we need to focus on our sales. So we are working on corporate sales. Hindalco is one of our early customers where pilot is successful, and we'll be discussing with them for the next step. Zintio, like I mentioned, and there are IT companies that we are speaking to. Apart from this, we do a B2C and B2B2C sales as well through doctors as well as to patients. Sir, this is our team, sir. So Aditi is our India CEO, Shardul takes care of our technology with Vikas, and Viraj and Irfan are project in charge for Project Safe. We have a team of senior pulmonologists, sir, who work with us on consultancy basis from all over India, and they have helped us to make sure that the program is all the adherences related to healthcare practice. So, sir, that's the presentation about Project Safe. Thank you so much. Open for questions.
Very impressive, Dr. Gajanan. Very
Thank
good
you,
job
Thank you.
you've been doing, and really impressive. But I would like to understand, how big is your total team?
Sir, in terms of our startup, the technology team, we are 14 people, 1-4.
And what is the
and in terms of
what is
sorry,
the turnover of the company?
Sir, we are still a startup, so our turnover is not huge.
But you are saying that already 10,000 screening you have done. You are already with Hindalco. You have been doing for the
Right,
also.
right.
So
Right,
there is some income stream, no?
Yes, absolutely, sir. So total revenue we have is about 40 lakhs, but most of the Hindalco work or most of the government work that we have done in COVID-19 was kind of either done at cost or was done at pro bono level.
And you're saying that you got some grant also from some of the NGOs?
Yes, sir. It's not from the NGO, sir. Sir, from BIRAC we have got a
Okay.
grant, a 50 lakh rupees grant, and also from Technology Development Board, sir, they have approved a loan of rupees 135 lakhs, 1 crore 35 lakhs.
Okay. So, but what do you feel that when you can be break even, you know, because what happens that you cannot put your money out of your pocket every time, Dr. Gajanan. You have been doing a
Right,
great
sir.
to the society, because if you see
Right,
that
sir.
asthmatic and that what you call that pulmonology is a very big problem in India on account of the
Right,
air
sir.
quality also. You
Right,
have
sir.
got a great market. Unfortunately, this COVID happened, but apart from that, that market was there, and I think you are on the
Right,
right,
sir.
right on money. So what do you
Right.
feel that what is your target to cover the people? How many people you'll be covering the coming year, and what will be your revenue stream so that you can be profitable?
Right, sir. Sir, very correct. I mean, being a startup and for-profit company, we need to be, always talking about numbers. So as far as our numbers are concerned, in next 12 to 18 months, we'll be break even. And in terms of our paid program, sir, so this one that you see on our slide, 3-month lung health improvement program, I'm not talking about COVID warriors or what we are offering on a pro bono basis, but for patients, this is offered as a 5,000 rupees and 10,000 rupees program. And our targets are to reach more than 20,000 patients subscribing to this program in India and more than 5,000 patients in Europe, especially in Denmark, where we have some presence. So with that, our break even would be in next 12 to 18 months and will be soon a profit making company, sir.
Great, sir. Bhushan, sir. Unmute yourself, sir.
This being a startup, most of their initiative right now has gone more towards the proof of concept rather than a real rollout in the real sense. So
Right.
apart from their product, they definitely need a very strong partner in form of either a hospital or a medical institute or a university which will take it up and formalize their work which is going on. Because see, these people, I saw the team, they're primarily technologists and the business people. But this
Right,
area
sir.
is a highly specialized area and it takes time to establish out there. It has to be done with very, very active participation of a medical institute. Some medical institute which will take a holistic picture, because right now the picture which is painted is quite a narrow picture. So somebody has to take a holistic picture and then
Right.
work out their plan. So possibly
Right,
in
sir.
their next series of funding, they will have to invite some other people who will then take it up, especially with the COVID and other things which are there, because they have made a mid-course correction. They were primarily
Right,
in the
sir.
pulmonary area, and now they've made a mid-course correction. The need and requirement, how they have to do in a after this mid-course correction is a very major activity. It cannot be done in a way what they originally conceptualized 1 year back.
Right.
So they need
Right.
that correction to come about in their thinking. That correction has not really, see, your product details have come out, how you're trying to do has come out, but your business
Right.
model has not come out. So you really have
Right, sir.
to work
Right.
that thing out, which cannot be done by you alone, because nowhere
Right, sir.
in your flow chart you have addressed whether it is at a screening time or it is those who have been confirmed as COVID patients. For them you have certain things, because you have really not made that distinction in your presentation. You have
Right.
categorized A, B, C, D, E, but how those categorization is done, at what time the COVID test has to be done, and what time the thing has to be done once a person is detected positive, that thing has not come out very clearly. The way I see your bigger market is, once the person is detected as a positive thing, You run these tests so that you can forecast what will be his recovery rate, what will be his
Right,
chances of going into a ICU or to a ventilator. So that is
Right,
where
sir.
your specialization will come. So you have to work with the medical institute, some medical institute, because
Right.
that's where,
Right.
and that's what is going to be your major customer rather
Correct.
than 50 rupees and 1000 rupees type of customer. So you need
Correct,
to
sir.
do, I think 15 minutes is too short a time for me to talk on it, but I feel quite unsatisfied as far as your future things are concerned because it
Right.
needs a proper analysis. It's an excellent idea, but it needs a proper analysis for me to evaluate it as a project.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Surendra Singh ji.
Sir, no, thank you, sir. No specific question. Already things have been covered. So thank you.
Dr. Gajanan, Mr. Mohan has given you that free advice. Okay, I think he
Right, sir.
should be on your board, you know, to consult you. So he is really
Right,
very
right.
resourceful person, so that you can also be benefited on that. Very good. Thank you very much for your kind
Thank
presentation.
you. Thank